Good afternoon, Corden Sroka from Allendale's trading floor in McHenry, Illinois on this Thursday, November 10th, 2011, bringing you guys your afternoon wrap-up. We had corn today trading about 10.5 cents lower, finished the day at 645.5, which was the lower half of the range, only about 1/4 cent off of its lows for today, so a little bit of a weak finish there. Beans finished down 18, 11.67.5. Also about 1/4 cent off those lows, both finishing at the lower end of the range. Wheat today down 23 at 620. We did have exports reported this morning. Exports for corn came in at 252,000 tons, which was below expectations. Expectations coming in 400 to 800,000 tons. So that was not a good export number for corn. Shows that we don't have great demand at these levels, which could spell a little bit of lower trade here coming up as we need to get to an area where corn exports are going to be a little bit more active. Beans today, exports came in at 607,000 tons. They were looking for 300 to 700,000 tons. Under pressure today on a little bit of a hangover from the report yesterday. It was reported, or the USDA did come out and say that we are going to be exporting second in the world, right behind Brazil for total exports of beans. So that's based on the USDA projections so far. That mixed with poor demand and poor international demand is what helped keep pressure on the beans today. One interesting fact that we've got is bean revenue per acre is running somewhere around $300 lower than corn. So if you're going to plant corn or you're going to plant beans today on the corn acres, it's going to be a little bit more, or should be a little bit more profitable based on a higher revenue number. So that's one thing to think about as far as acres coming up next year. So never too early to think about the acres battle between the two. We had the report yesterday in corn. Numbers came in, all depending on how you wanted to look at it. Some could look at it friendly. Some could look at it a little bit negative. The lower yield is going to be looked at as friendly. The ending stocks number not being decreased as much as some were anticipating is going to be looked at as a little bit negative. So this is the first time in this range we've traded for the last month that we've had 2 consecutive lower closes in a row. We haven't seen that. The last time we did see that was the day right after last month's supply and demand report. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of a follow-through we get from the trade here as we continue to look at the outside markets. Wheat today, export sales came in at 298,000 tons. Trade was looking for about 200,000 to 500,000 there. So it came in within expectations towards the lower end of the range. But as most know, we are exporting a pretty decent amount of Black Sea wheat, so that is still in good competition to us here in the States, and we're still going to have some issues with our wheat exports based on what they've been sending out over there. Wheat has really just been a follower here to the rest of the complex. Corn and beans have been the true leaders. Wheat's just been following corn based on feed values, so that's not going to really change too much. It's trading at the lower end of the range right now. It's had a slight uptrend after the last supply and demand report, and it's been following that pretty consistently. Cattle today traded about $2 higher in the plains, 124 to 127. We've gotten a lot of talk about a near-term top in the cattle, so that's been something that a lot of guys have been talking about, even with higher cash trade again here today. December cattle was trading down about 62 cents at 121.97. One thing to note about the cattle as well, packer margins are behind about $100 a head, so those guys are going to work to try and get that a little bit more in their favor. They won't operate in the red for long. Hogs today traded about 47 cents higher at 85.62. So we saw a little bit of a bounce there. Some guys tried to make the argument that we found a little bit of a bottom just because you've got cash hog trading at about a 3-cent discount to where the board is. So we're trying to get to see if we can get those two to catch back up as the expiration for December hogs is going to be towards the middle of the month. I believe it's the 14th of December, so keep an eye on that. But we have had weak cash sales and weak pork sales as well, so this little bit of a bounce today is also going to be called profit taking. Outside markets today, crude was trading up another $2, 97.76, as that charge towards 100 continues. A lot of guys are talking about option expiration in the crude, and there's a lot of open interest for the November options right at $100. So look for crude to jump around here a little bit, but continue this slight uptrend as we have issues in Iran, as well as a lot of hope that we're going to get this European situation solved sooner than later. Stock market was trading up about 100 points when I had last looked, about 11,852. just a little bit of a bounce off yesterday, profit taking off some of the bad day that we saw yesterday in the market. Gold today trading down about $31 an ounce, 17.60, and the dollar's down 23 at about 77.94 after the big day that saw yesterday. So profit taking in a lot of the major markets. If you've got any questions for us, guys, give us a call, 800-262-7538. Also want to remind everybody about our conference that's going to be coming up in late January. So give us a call, get yourself signed up for that. We've got a lot of good speakers this year. If you guys are interested, we'd love to have you guys come out. We do have a limited amount of seats, and we'll continue to run specials here for the next few weeks as well. So give us a call, see what we're offering, and you can also check that out online, our website, Allendale-inc.com, and like I had said before, give us a call, 800-262-7538. That's all I've got for you guys out there, so take care, have yourselves a good rest of the week, good luck trading to you, and have a good weekend.